Welcome to online video lectures on the lab sessions of Heat Transfer and Fluid Mechanics Lab. This is experiment number 12, which is the friction in pipes. So I am Nandkumar MB, Associate Professor, Department of Automobile Engineering, Dayanand Sagar College of Engineering. Today we will discuss the procedure and also try to do a hands-on session on the experiment. The concept is that even if you have a constant head in the tank, initially there will be a lot of head which actually makes the water to spurt to high, right? As this water travels through a longer distance, even though from Pascal's law we know that in a closed system the pressure at all the points is same, but due to the flow here there will be friction losses. So the friction losses leads to the loss in head, and therefore the water coming out of this will actually spurt to a smaller height. So therefore we can say that as the water flows from one point to the other point, it would have lost the pressure. So we will now conduct an experiment on this. Experimental setup on the friction in pipes, very similar to the previous experiment. So this is the pipe coming from the overhead tank, which is a definite height, which has got a definite pressure. And here there are actually three pipes, one and a half, and actually 3 inches. Now here we are required to find out the friction losses across the length of the pipe. So here we have a connection going from here to here. So the distance from there to here is 3 meters. So that means when the water flows across this length, there will be loss in pressure due to the friction which is between the fluid which is moving inside the pipe and the walls of the pipe. So therefore, because of the difference in the pressure, you will see that when I connect a pipe like this to a manometer, so here one pipe is connected to this, the other pipe is connected to the starting point, and therefore you will see that the pressure on the left hand side will be higher and the pressure on the lower side will be higher, and therefore if you connect this to the manometer here, which is filled with the mercury here, right now the mercury is at the same height, same height. Once I switch it on, you will see that because of the pressure which is high on the left hand side, the mercury will go down. Because of the pressure which is low on the right hand side, the mercury will go up. And the difference in the pressure will show the extent of the friction in the pipes. So now the first thing that you have to do in the experiment is try to send the bubbles out by actually trying to allow the water to flow. And the water which flows will remove all the air bubbles. So I'm now switching it off, so trying to remove this air bubbles. So now there is no water flow through the pipe. Now I can actually make the water to flow by trying to connect it to. So now that there is no water flow now and the mercury is at the same height, if I now open the valve, so you can see the valve marking here. So here's a marking. So this marking has to come to the other side. Of course, it can be slightly low or high. There's no issue. So as I open it by after volition, there is some water flowing through it. So now the water stored in this tank can be measured with tank. So the dimensions of the tank are given. So the dimensions of the tank are 0.6 meter this side and 0.5 meter this side. And if I close the valve, if I close the outlet valve here, then the water starts rising in this. So therefore, once the water starts rising in this, then I can know the volume of water collected per time. So it could be for 5 seconds, it could be for 5 centimeter rise or 10 centimeter rise, the amount of time, and therefore I can find out the Q actual. So now as I switch on, as I make the water to flow, as I actually make the water to flow, you can see that there is a difference in the mercury, which is due to the difference in the head on the left hand side and the right hand side, and that is proportional to the friction across 3 meters of this pipe. So you can see the difference in the height. So it could be measured in centimeters, and then it could be, so this is the difference in the mercury height in centimeters that has to be converted into a difference of water head in terms of meters for the calculations. So now we'll try to find out the amount of water flowing per time. So we are closed here. So right now Using a stopwatch, actually started the time, and now the water is rising and it is at a height of now this. Now from here I will try to find out the time required to rise by 5 centimeter. So I will see 5 seconds, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20, 21 seconds. It takes 21 seconds to rise by 5 centimeter, and therefore these are the observations that we have to know before doing the calculation: the length and the breadth of the tank and the increase in water level, so which could be taken for any time seconds, t seconds, for 5 centimeter rise. Specific gravity of mercury is 13.6. F is the coefficient of friction. L is the length of the pipe in water, so that we have taken as 3 meters. Velocity of water flowing through pipe is taken as V. D is the diameter of the pipe in meters, and A is the area of cross section of the pipe, and G is the acceleration due to gravity. And the manometer head in terms of water is actually the differential head of the mercury multiplied by the difference in the mercury specific gravity to the specific gravity of water. So it is 13.6 divided by 1 minus 1 into 10 to the power of minus 2 to get it in terms of meter. And then coefficient of friction formula by Darcy-Weisbach equation is given by the friction head HF, which is given by 4 FLV square by 2GD. So that is the loss in head due to friction. So if you want the friction coefficient, so we need to take this F on to the left hand side. So finally the equation becomes F is equal to HF into 2GD divided by 4 FLV square. So we can find out the friction coefficient, and also we can find out the actual velocity of the water flowing by using this formula. And the tabular column looks like this. So here we can do experiment for 3 trials depending upon the amount of water flow. The amount of water flow could be measured through and it is by rotating the valve by different rotations, half rotation, 1 rotation and 1.5 rotation, and therefore proportional to the amount of water flow, the difference in the manometer reading would be high, and that converted into the difference in the manometer, and that converted into head of water, and then time taken for rise by 5 centimeter or 10 centimeter. Here they have taken the value as 10 centimeter, and then by using the rise of water in the tank by 10 centimeter, knowing L and B and also the time, we can find the actual flow. And here we know the diameter of the pipe, it is 1.5 or 2 inches, the same thing which we have shown here, and then V actual could be found out, and finally the coefficient of friction could be found out from the formula. So we are also required to show a specimen calculation in the examination to see that the calculations are thorough, and also the units have to be written along with.